How's it going, everybody? I'm Burrhead2 and welcome back to Google. Now, fun fact, I literally just finished recording something. I was wondering if it was working, and it turns out my microphone was not working, so thank goodness. Actually, last couple episodes, I made sure to have my microphone was working again. I guess I could say that better. Basically, my microphone stopped working for a second, but I redid the settings again, because my computer updated, and it, for some reason, does not like my microphone when it does that, so I had to go back and reselect my microphone for the audio and stuff like that. So basically, yeah, saved myself a lot of typing out captions and stuff. Basically, anyway, like I was literally just saying, yeah, welcome back to Google. Now, you probably know, or take a wild guess as to why I'm here. You have to understand where I'm coming from. You know, I have looked this game over basically every way that I could think of. And apparently that wasn't enough. So I had to look up where those two CDs were. And the thing is, I don't know if I have the patience to keep looking for the tape player. Now, I would very much prefer to find out, you know, where it is by myself. But the thing is, I don't think I have the patience for that. I'm not too sure if I do. Now the thing is, I did clear my search history, so I'm gonna have to go and type in the wiki thing again. But that's not a huge deal. It's like 8 letters and a space, so it's not a huge deal. It's like 9 characters in total. I can do that. And before I start going around and deleting and copying and replaying save files, I just want to make sure where it is. Again, I would very much like to find this by myself. You have to understand this. But you also have to understand, I just don't want to do it that way right now. I'm already a little bit irritated with the game as it is. Especially because it's like making me take so long to get through that. Because that intermediate tentacle phase took forever. I'm going to get into this in a minute here. And I don't want to spend the next 6 hours flirting around, and horsing around, or whatever you want to call it, to find out where this thing is. I'm going to get more irritated doing it that way. So I'm saving myself a little bit of frustration and a little bit of anger doing it this way. And also saving myself from any potential fun. But how much fun am I going to be having in the first place if I look for it? Probably none. So, I don't know what I'm going to be looking for. All that I know is that it's going to have to be looking. And a bit reading some wiki articles. It's purple link. Convenient color, am I right? Holy crap, it's Peter Griffin again. Okay. Oh, it's not called Dread, it's called Ruin. I'm an idiot. But you knew that. Okay, so what am I looking at here? I have no idea. Crap is, I thought those things existed. Not gonna read them. So which one am I gonna click on here? I'm reading very little. Let's just, come on, there's that again, okay. Let's just try Retro CD again. I think it got me an image of it the first time. Wait, there we go. Let's just try this again. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a whole bunch of text. That's the thing. Okay, the reference past games. That's good. It's good to know. So I just gotta find what the heck, how do you play these things? It says it probably down here, but like I don't want to read it any more than I have to. Okay, so it's probably this. Or, now that's just linked to the game. Oh crap, I don't want to read this because it's a big spoiler. You take a picture of it. You take a picture of the weird wall. Okay, that's all you need to do? Well, by golly. I guess I know how to do that now. I feel a little bit bad about that. But at least we got Peter Griffin over there. Anyway, see ya in the game. You know what that also means, right? Welcome back to the game. Still means I'm stuck down here. Yep. You know what that means? I have to quit. And this guy right here. Wait, no. It's this one. Because that's today, June 1st. At least that was... Wait, no. I might already have all of that for this one right there. So that was yesterday. Where I left off yesterday. I assume. Looks like it, actually. And... maybe not exactly when I left off. The time's off anyway, actually. That's not exactly when I, saved the game. That's not the exact time. I'm just gonna go... just gonna delete this one. Oh, then this is rocking. I don't know why I wanted to right-click it. Delete that. Might as well. And then go low. No, actually, don't delete that. That's a bad idea. I think I'm a bit behind on my timer as well. Weird thing, I didn't stop my timer last time. It's complicated, let's not get into that right now. But my timer's a bit off. Okay, let's take a look at my inventory here. Just hit 6 minutes on my timer. Okay, I do have all the CDs. Good. Now, all I gotta do is run like there's no tomorrow. At least it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Didn't even get those CDs again. That's good. I should be saving the game, actually. And I'm hungry. Why am I going this way? I don't need to go that way. I need to go over here. So I guess this... it's so freaking dark in here. So I guess this video is just gonna be me, well, listening to these audio logs, which reference other games apparently, because I had to go ahead and read that text. And probably just gonna get that last ending up in the floor 3 prize counter. Yes, the one you need to crouch under. Oh, come on, don't do this to me again. There we go. That's better. Well, buddy, this one could be the very last episode. In fact, I don't see any reason why it should. I really don't. Unless something weird happens and unexpected happens, which, you know the old saying, expect the unexpected. But, unless something very unforeseen happens, this is pretty likely not gonna be anything after this, unless the Ruin, not Dread, DLC comes out. Well, I mean, it's probably going to. And maybe I'll play that one, maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, I got, like, 8 months, 9 months to worry about that anyway, I'm sure. Yeah, I still don't really seem to care too much about that. It's, this way, I think it was. It is this way, right? Yep. take a picture of the wall. How am I supposed to figure that out? Oh boy, well. Say cheese! Why is it now a tiny door? Guys, yeah, wiping off my W key. Could've, not did that right there. When I close that behind me, I don't even need to crouch in it. It's perfectly sized for me. How convenient. Yeah, there certainly is, kind of, I think, a room based off of that game. Oh yeah, that's the clicking. I mean, I want to watch TV as much as the next guy does. This is a great TV show, showing the exact same thing over and over. Okay, I guess the forever and ever and ever and ever and ever is pretty true. Okay, yeah, you all know. Tape players play CDs. So I guess let's find out what this thing has to say.
What kind of McDonald's has a message? What do I say? I want a burger tomorrow?
So I guess let's find out what this thing has to say.
Hello, Vanessa. How are you feeling today? You look a little tired. Well, it's been a while since we last spoke. How's your anxiety been? You did so well with your calming protocols when we first worked together. Are you still using those? Yes? Okay, good. Well, now I understand there's a new issue. It came on just recently, rather suddenly. Can you tell me about it?
What issue? I've been doing my job. I come in and sit at my desk and do my work.
Yes, of course you do. Your performance reviews are good. But a routine check of your online history has revealed that you've spent quite a bit of time with someone in an encrypted conversation. We have transcripts, and I've read them. But it's not clear what you're talking about in these conversations. I can't make sense of it. You must be getting something from these that I'm not getting, right? Who are you talking to in these?
No one. Sometimes I talk with Lewis. He's in the marketing department. He's nice, I guess.
Yes, I see Lewis here. But there's someone else.
That was longer than I expected. Okay, can I turn you off? Like, I'm not annoyed by you yet, but it would be kind of nice if you didn't make noise. Can I plug this thing? Where's the freaking cord? It's not even... Oh, there it is. Okay, so if I just maybe walk over here, I can yank it out, right? We've got things to listen to, lore to discern, and talk about, and we have the TV blaring in the background. That's not gonna help anything. What the heck is this? Is there any, this looks like a code of some kind. Probably is. Anyway, so let's briefly talk about, what was it, 7,000 something. Okay, so she's in a therapist office or something. Use the word protocols, which is very odd. I don't think therapists use the word protocols. I don't know, maybe there's some out there that do. Anxiety protocols? Makes it sound more like a job or a robot. Wink, wink, I'm sure. Now, something about encrypted conversations with Lewis. That does ring a bell. Does reference on the game. oddly enough, why is that reference the AR game? Because I know that there was those, like, unreleased emails. Maybe they got it released since I last checked or something. But there was, like, unused emails, something in the game about Lewis talking to someone talking to Ness with 2 S's. We talk about Ness with 2 S's. You know what that makes me think of? PK Fire. PK Fire. PK Fire. Sorry. That was my gamer rage coming out. Yeah, it just makes me think of, like, Ness from Earthbound. Or Mother, whatever the franchise is called. I don't know. But besides that fact, yeah. So that's a direct reference to that. Okay, you know, that TV is kind of getting on my nerves just a little bit. Let's check the next one.
Good morning. Isn't it a pretty day? No? What's the matter? Oh, right. Too bright. I'll pull the shades. Better? When the shade's pulled, it feels like we're in a cubbyhole or a cave? Yeah? So you're not talking to me again today? This isn't all that productive, you know. Don't you think the sessions are more successful when you talk to me? You know, everyone associated with this company gets performance reviews, right? When my sessions don't get results, my reviews aren't very good. If you don't want to talk for your own sake, how about for mine? You don't want me to get in trouble, do you? I could be put in the corner for a timeout. Yeah, you think that's funny, huh?
That was short. So we have company-provided therapy sessions. Is that a good thing, or is that not? I don't know. Company-mandated therapy sessions. Well, that's an interesting idea. And was that a bit of? Is the correct term there gaslighting in the end there? Honestly, I don't know. But it sounds like you're kind of, you know, pulling my leg a little bit to say something. Okay, not me specifically, but you know what I mean, right? You're trying to weasel out some words from me. It's like, well, don't do it for you, do it for me, because I get in trouble when you don't do anything. Well, maybe that's the point. Anyway, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. This thing looks like a tape player, but you put the CD in the top, and it's like got a film reel in the middle. What the heck? Whatever. Next one.
Hi. Go ahead. Sit down.
I don't know you. What happened to...
Oh, we'll get to know each other in no time. I've read through all your files, so I feel like we've been talking for weeks. I feel like I know your dad, too. Bill, right? Your dad's name was Bill? I'm sorry, what did you say?
I try to do what I'm supposed to do.
I know you do. Your supervisor notes that you follow instructions perfectly. Your dad made you follow instructions, didn't he? I'm talking about the custody battle between your mum and your dad. Your dad didn't play fair, did he? He used to make your mum look bad in court. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Do you want to talk about how that felt? I suppose I don't need you to tell me it felt bad to have a parent scare you into saying things that weren't true. He manipulated you. It wasn't your fault. It's really sad, but it's common for one parent to use their child to hurt the other parent. I know your mum after she lost the custody case.
I was supposed to be a good girl.
What happened to her had nothing to do with you, even though it was your testimony that did it. Was that testimony true? No, I didn't think so. But your dad is to blame, not you.
Okay. So, abusive parents. That's fun. And, small critique there for that audio log. You're saying things in a really weird way. Yeah, British therapist, which sounds a bit like the last therapist. The American therapist, I guess. You're saying things in a really weird way. You're saying things that everybody already knows. It's like you're saying them for a third party. Us. You know, like, why would you point out that all this stuff that's happened when, you know, Niger lady, pretty sure that's who it is, I mean, like, 99% certain, already knows this, and British therapist lady already knows this as well, so why need to restate these facts, like, in such a way that a person that doesn't know this would understand them? I understand, though, exactly why it's happening. It's just a way to get the information out there for people, for, like, it's like, it's just, it's just how writing works sometimes. It's, not that I know a lot about writing things, but, I understand why. It's just, I'm just saying it sounds kind of weird. And, yeah, again, abusive parents, that is pretty fun. Okay, let's see what the next one has to say. Let's have something else to say about this. It's nice that the TV does get very quiet when this is going on. Okay, so moving on to the fourth one, that would make us, once this is done, make us 1/4 of the way through. 25% is always fun.
You're not going to talk to me? No? What's the problem? Oh, the flowers? Yes, these are particularly fragrant today, aren't they? I'll move them. There. Now, let's see. What are you looking at? You're amazingly alert, aren't you? All right. Well, I'd like to have you tell me about yourself. But I can see that you're not going to do that. Or are you? All right, then. If you aren't going to talk to me, I'll just go by these notes. You just sit there and be comfy. Or not. That chair doesn't really fit you, does it? Well, this won't take long. Let's see. Your previous counselor is no longer available. Does that bother you? No? You don't look surprised to see me sitting here instead of your last therapist. Well, then, let's get to it. I'll admit that some of what's in your file is a little surprising. Overall, you don't come across as a troublemaker. But if you read between the lines, it's clear that you have a little rebellious side, right? And I'm surprised by your knowledge of computers. You're something of a phenom. Do you know what that word means? It means you have unusual skill, like a hacker. I assume you know what a hacker is. Yes? Do you think of yourself as a hacker?
Okay. There's a lot of times I like to comment on something, but it just keeps on going, so I really don't want to talk over these things. But, okay, so at the beginning there, sounds like we got a pattern going on. I mean, 2 points, as I say, always make a pattern. You can take 2 of anything, and you could discern a pattern from that. So we have 2 instances of her not talking and not liking something in the room, and wishing for it to be, perhaps wishing it for it to be moved or removed or just changed in some way. Sounds to me like you've got a control problem. Maybe that's why you're not giving up the goods to your therapist. They use the word therapist. I was on the right track. So hacker, whatever. That was weird. Again, kind of reminds me of the AR game. So I'm kind of spacing out right now. Try not to space out, but I can't I'm not gonna stare at the screen this entire time. Anyway, so again, kind of reminds me of the AR game. Probably hacking a video game, the last one, and doing things with that to bring dead guy back into the real world somehow. Did they get his corpse back? I don't know. That's what I want to know. Did they? Is it his corpse still? Who knows? I feel like there's more I could say about that one, because this is gonna be my only opportunity to say stuff about this. Unless I want to go on a huge tangent, an extra episode after this, but probably not. It doesn't seem to reference too many of the other games yet, though. we'll get there eventually. I'm somewhat confident in saying that this is going to be a long video, isn't it? So that's 25% of the way there. This is going quickly. Not really, but kind of, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to move on then. I don't know, British lady sounds kind of mean. I don't like her. I don't like British lady.
Good morning, Vanessa. Let's jump right in, shall we? I got a message last night about you, and I have to be honest, it was upsetting. Apparently, the IT department has put together a pretty lengthy report chronicling non-job related communications that have been coming to your computer. The fact that you're still doing something obviously not work-related on the job is disturbing enough. But what bothers me about what I read is that the messages you're getting seem very manipulative in nature. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I get a lot of messages from friends. I like when Lewis writes to me. He's funny.
I'm not talking about Lewis. You know who I'm talking about. Why won't you open up about it? What you might not know is that this person who's been sending you messages has been hacking into your personal files too. These are the same files I have here. These files are full of details about your life. Do you know what that means?
I'm not in the tech department. I just type on the computers.
I know that. But what matters here is that this person who is contacting you knows a lot about you.
Lots of people know more than I do. Sometimes I need to listen.
Okay, well, that happened. She did sound a little bit, like her lady, did sound a little bit weird when she first spoke. It sounded a tad voice filtery, in my opinion, although it could very simply just be the way she was talking. You know, quite frankly, I felt like this before. I've had my days where I've just wanted to talk in a low, monotone voice. And it just could have been the way she started talking. That just made it sound kind of weird. Anyway, I don't know, what do I say about this? I mean, it feels pretty obvious where this is going. I mean, you likely already know where this is going, but it feels pretty obvious. You know, we have... Sorry, my voice sounded kind of weird there, too. We have a mysterious third party, which they don't mention this time, as in they want us to know, but they don't want us to know who it is. You know, because lore, I guess. And this person's got access to all of her files, because, I don't know. What's the point in that? What's the point in that? I don't know. We'll find out eventually. Probably not, but I don't know. I'm still kind of annoyed that I thought the DLC was called Dread, not Ruin. I know it's really random. Anyway, not much I can really say about that. I mean, she said at the end there that she needs to listen more. It sounds like she's being manipulated into doing what other people want her to do. I guess it's nothing to do with Lewis. You know, Lewis, I guess, is an interesting guy. I don't know. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Honestly, I don't know. I'm thinking too hard to just keep on talking. Huh. So, yeah, she's being manipulated. That could explain a lot. Let's just go ahead and move on to the next one. Hope it's not too long again.
Good morning. It's good to meet you. I've read your file, so I'm up to speed on what you and your previous therapists have worked on. Sure, you can have a candy. I'll have one too. You look chill sitting there like that. Not a care in the world, huh? All right. Well, I'd like to start by talking about your parents. What happened to them and you was tragic. But when I looked through the notes, I didn't get a sense that you've processed that emotionally. When I read your account of what happened, it came across as, well, more of an objective rather than a subjective narrative. Oh, sorry. You don't know what that means, do you? What I mean is that the way you told the story is more like you were reading something from a book than you were talking about your own past. That makes me think you've cut yourself off from it. Is that right? Not sure? Well, I see in your file that you spend a lot of time by yourself and are good at self-dialogue. You know what I mean? Asking yourself questions and getting answers. So maybe you should ask yourself how you really feel about your past. Maybe you should give yourself a chance to really look at what happened and let yourself be upset about it, so you can let it go.
I feel called out. I talk to myself a lot too. I mean, not like I'm having a conversation with myself, yeah, but I just kind of talk out loud, even when there's nobody around. But I feel kind of called out, game. You saying I have problems? And I've told a story before too, and now I was recounting what happens as well too, in maybe in a subjective, objective way. Maybe it kind of depending. Also, why is everybody being so mean to her? First, you had like British therapist. The first one, I don't know. She seemed to be she seemed to be more irritated than anything else. British therapist seemed to tell her that she was fat, like she didn't fit in the chair, or whatever she said. That's jerk. And then this almost sounding British therapist, like American, but like maybe slightly British. I can't really tell sometimes. Says she doesn't know what subjective and objective means. Then again, I had subjective and objective mixed up for a long time too. But I had the right idea, just not the right word meaning to the right word. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that objective meant subjective. And the other way around. But I told a story and recounted my experiences in it, you know. I told you what happened. I mean, again, I told you a lot about my feelings. I mean, a whole lot. But, like, gee, do you have a problem with people expressing their feelings or something? Do you have problems with people talking to themselves? I feel kind of called out with that one. And which one are we on now? Does it show us? Do we lose them? No. Okay. Which one was it? We went like on 6 or 7. I don't know. Whatever. Let's just read the next one, or listen to it.
Hi, Vanessa. Would you like a candy? Butterscotch today.
No, thank you. Those have 35 calories apiece.
Well, they taste good to me. Okay, I thought we could do something today that will help us get to know one another better. It looks like you've never taken an ink blot test, right? No? Okay. Then I'm going to show you some ink blots, like this one. And I want you to tell me the first thing it makes you think of. Here we go. What do you see here?
A treehouse.
It does look sort of like a treehouse, doesn't it? Do you like treehouses?
I like to sit outside and read.
That's good. Now, what about this one?
A beetle.
Really? Looks like a face to me. That's very interesting.
Aren't ink blot tests kinda like not that reliable? I think they're supposed to like tell you like what a person sees, like the personality and that kind of stuff like that. But like, aren't they kind of just somewhat unreliable things? From what I've heard, like they're not very good like things to use in a psychological setting, or not like psychological setting. Not a great way to say that, but like therapy and like psychological testing, stuff like that. Kind of archaic, aren't they? Anyway, apparently she's watching her weight. Maybe she took what that British therapist said to heart. Maybe she just thinks she's fat. She's just got a bad life. Nobody seems to like her all that much. The sympathetic villain story this one's going for. I feel a little bit bad for a fictional character, not gonna lie. I mean, honestly, I do like her a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. It sounds kind of weird. It does kind of sound weird though, but like, I kind of like her as a character, you know, a little bit. I mean, I know she's just a big fat jerk, but at least seems to be a big fat jerk most of the time when she's not trying to kill me actively. But besides that fact, rather sympathetic villain, I guess. Moving on to like 7 or 8 now. Oh, man, it was the last one. We just did the 7th one. This should be the 8th one, I think. I hope we're not getting this wrong. I should have been keeping track. Oh well. When I start these things, I always want to like mention stuff at the beginning, but I have to keep going. I don't want to like, you know, talk over it or like pause the game because then it's gonna start saying something else while I'm going. And these things should have captions as well. That'd be fun.
Have you thought more about what we talked about? In our last session, you told me you were sad and scared about what happened to you. I suggested you write down exactly what made you so sad and scared. Did you do that? You know, I work with people of all ages, from little kids to the very elderly, and everyone reacts to tragedy differently. Tragedy always leads to a feeling of loss. It's a hole that feels funny, right? Yeah. So, if you could process those feelings, how do you think it would affect your fantasies? Would you keep them in the way they are?
That was weird. Okay, I wasn't paying that much attention to that one, to be honest. But, that one didn't seem that much, that seemed to be that too interesting. Seemed to be that interesting. I think that was the 8th one, to be honest, because I had 8 at the beginning. What was I thinking of? I was thinking of something while that was going on, but I can't remember what I was just thinking. Crap. Oh yeah, all the therapists kind of sound the same. They're probably all done by the same person. That's usually a good indicator. Also, oh yeah. She likes to sit outside and read. Okay, that's not very relatable for me. Now that's a couple points for that one. Yeah, a couple points down. Yeah, it's not that I'm not a huge sitting outside and reading person, to be honest. It's not. I can't be that sympathetic because someone likes to sit outside and read. Anyways, so why does she say like fantasy is kind of a weird word to use? I mean, I guess like daydreaming maybe, kind of sort of thing. Like, you know, like what if I could fly? Kind of like fantasy like that, I guess. I'm sure it's what it means, but whatever. How would whatever she said change your fantasies? I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. It's weird that the CDs go with the tape player. Why is this a tape player looking thing? I don't know. I should stop talking about it and listen to, presumably, the 9th one, starting right now.
What are you doing? Oh, you like those? I do too. They smell so sweet, don't they? Apparently, the janitor on this floor has a garden and has been putting bouquets in the offices here for years. Do you ever grow things? No?
I work a lot.
I know you do. Maybe more than you should. More free time would do you good. Do you have a hobby? No? Perhaps we could find one for you, like a sport. No? I have a craft space in my basement. Maybe I could come up with something you could learn to do.
I don't like dark basements.
You don't like dark basements, but you live in a dark attic. Well, there's lights outside them. Anyway, so. Yeah, I'm not a huge sport person either, but this is just a bunch of personal me stuff. So, relatability there stayed, maybe went up a little bit. You know, crafts, what is this, kindergarten? Still going through some repressed trauma, it seems. I keep looking at my timer and I'm kind of annoyed that it's not accurate. I know it's not accurate, that's the thing, it's annoying. Anyway, enough about me. To continue talking about this, so you're still working through some trauma, not really getting anywhere not really getting anywhere with any of this stuff. We're halfway through this, and where's the huge referencing other games? So far, we've referenced one at the beginning. Anyway, I don't think there's much more I can say about that. I'm sure when I go back and edit this video, I'm gonna think of much more things to say. But I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Probably just with text, or just not at all. I have to wait and see. But I don't have to worry about that at this moment in time. So moving on.
I'd say make yourself comfortable, but I think you already are. It looks like you could take a nap. That's a nice chair, isn't it? According to these message logs, you've been working pretty late over the last couple of weeks. Or not working. Are you ready to talk about who you're interacting with? From what I can see here, the interaction is getting more serious. Is it distracting you from your work?
My work is important. There's a non-disclosure agreement.
Well, that one was short. So, the conversation's getting more serious. Did she pick up a boyfriend? Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Oh, I don't want to think about that. Ew, gross. I was gonna say it, because if it's him, and if he's her boyfriend, I don't want to think about that. Well, I'm sure it's something that someone hasn't already thought of before. Anyway, wait, it's a non-disclosure agreement with her work, but it seems to be a work-mandated therapy session. So wouldn't you already know? Or is this like some big-name therapy office? You know, it seems to be because they have floors and janitors. I mean, most buildings have janitors, but I don't know that many therapy offices that have they're like multi-story buildings. Then again, I don't know that many therapy offices. That's a good point, though. So, but her work is very important. What's she working on? Bringing that guy back to life? Building a haphazard or really crummy old animatronic suit for him? Revitalizing his burnt to the crisp corpse and his burnt to the crisp animatronic exterior? You know? Who knows? Let's read the next one and listen to the next one and find out.
Good morning, Vanessa. Well, I can't blame you for looking out the window instead of listening to me. It's a gorgeous day, isn't it?
I like the blue sky.
So do I. Now, let's see what we can get done on this nice sunny day. Okay, here we go. I know part of your job requires you to do online searches, but a routine audit of your search history has revealed that you're doing a little private searching on company time. Is that right?
I get breaks.
That's true. So, on your breaks, it looks like you were shopping for a costume. You purchased some fake fur material. What are you gonna make? What was that? Did you say the costume is a secret? Why is that?
I can't talk about this. He said he would always be watching. He could be here, or there, or anywhere in between.
Are you talking about your dad? Have those feelings come up again? I hate sounding like a broken record, but this is something you really need to resolve if you're ever going to be happy.
I have. I compartmentalized him. He's locked away.
No, that's not what I mean. You can't just ignore an issue. You have to face your memory of the experiences and process them so you can let it go. So you don't get triggered anymore. You can use a sort of self-dialogue to release these things.
I don't like doing that.
Well, okay. We'll get back to that. I'd really like to know something about this costume. What's it for?
Okay. You know what I wanted to do while that was happening? I wanted to, throw up my hand, point it at the screen, and go, or something along those lines. But I couldn't do that because I continued talking. Whatever. So, going back to the AR game now, are we? I remember that. I remember hearing those, reading those Lewis emails like, oh, hey, you just bought this weird thing? Why are you buying all this, like, fabric and stuff? I don't know what you mean. You say fabric? I don't know. Whatever. So, I got a nice timeline of events, it seems. So, shame on dead purple guy, thing, robot man, for taking advantage of someone who's, what's the word I'm thinking of for words? Basically taking advantage of someone that is easily taken advantage of. Via emotional manipulation, via someone who has probably already experienced emotional manipulation, as was already set up, it's not the word I'm thinking of, previously, that her parent, or dad specifically, was big fat jerk time to her, to put it lightly, I suppose, and emotionally manipulated, more or less, I guess, and then dead guy's doing the same thing. Humph. That's just mean. You know, taking advantage of somebody like that, that's just mean. Why can't you do someone that's more able-bodied and more resilient? It's more fair that way. It's pretty obvious what's happening, though. Do I need to say it? Do I really need to say it? Oh man, he's got her good.
I understand you'll be transferring to a different location soon. I'll be sorry to see you go.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to say something first. I was looking at the numbers on the tape player thing earlier, and it looked like they're not on the thing. Sorry. But she's leaving now. Okay, cool. And also, I shifted around earlier. I just wanted to look at something different for a second. Okay, back to it.
I think we've been making progress, don't you? You can request to come back and speak with me more on your own time, though. Did you know that? Our sessions don't have to be company mandated. I have all sorts of clients, Vanessa. I don't just work with corporations. I work with individuals and small groups. I even work in schools. I'm wherever I'm needed.
I'm needed somewhere else now. Thank you.
That was pretty short. So she did say the words company mandated. I used the words company mandated. We're on the same wavelength. Wow. It's like I could answer these questions easily. What questions? The ones I have to come up with. So, speaking of which, I guess she has to go somewhere else. Probably an office job. Not an office job, but officer job. Security officer job. Here, if I had to take a wild guess. You know, the AR game mentioned she had, like, rainbow hair. Where's that? Did she get it cut off? Maybe she just didn't feel like getting the rainbow highlights back in. You know, maybe it wasn't just a good suit for her, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's her opinion. I can't judge on that, I guess. I mean, I can judge if I want to. Okay, there we go. Let's get in a nice position here. And boink.
When I'm getting to know a new client, I like to start by finding out directly from them what they like to do. How do you spend all the time you have? Nothing. Well, how do you feel about sports? You like sports? Yeah? No? Oh, I get it. You like to watch them, but not play them. You like being inside, don't you? I get that. Lots of weird stuff outdoors, isn't there? Yeah, I understand. Well, I hate to do this right off the bat, but I've been directed to ask you about this. Apparently, I'm the 4th therapist you've had. And apparently, all 3 of your former therapists have gone missing. Or 2 of them are missing. I don't want to scare you, but I have to tell you that one of them was found dead. That doesn't seem to upset you. Well, then I guess I'll go ahead and tell you that the woman's body was pretty messed up. It looked like it was mangled by machinery. That doesn't bother you either? It's all pretty strange, I think. I'm not clear on the circumstances. Apparently the police don't have any evidence. How does all of this make you feel? Maybe I should be watching my back. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Okay, shall we move on to something lighter?
Okay, so, relatability points went up a little bit. For therapists, 2 of them are missing. Wonder why. Kind of. You know, I bet, wild theory, but maybe she's almost getting somewhere, but then dead guy's like, hey, bro, you gotta kill her. And then just kind of like happens. And we're hitting some cliches. Mangled by machinery. That's... Now, I'm not like a huge, you know, media aficionado. I don't know everything about every type of media in existence, but from what I know, it's not exactly an unheard of thing for the villain of some sort of story to be shoved into a big piece of machinery for them to be mangled. Usually like a rock crusher or something. Or it's like some giant, like, metal destroying thing, which is probably not like an actual device, it's just a big thing with big augers on it that, like, you know, cuts up rocks and metal. Probably something like that, or you just put it through a factory. That could happen, just got a dead body, just put it through some random factory and see how that works. Hope it's not a cupcake factory. That'd be weird. I mean, you probably cook your body a little bit. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway. Moving on. Wait, should I move on, or? Okay, that TV is getting a little bit on my nerves now. Can I turn that thing off? I still can't believe I had to take a picture of it. How the heck was I supposed to know that? Maybe I'm missing a message bag somewhere. Who knows?
Do you know a place called Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex? I'll take your silence as a yes. And besides, I know you know it, because the technicians who work for Pizzaplex know you. Or rather, I guess it would be better to say that they think they do. They report that they've caught you on camera, or at least it appears to be you. Nothing to say about that? Well, the techs are convinced that you've hacked into their system many times. Although, I'll admit I don't see any proof here. Seems like they have more of a gut feeling than fact. But apparently, the hacks are causing all kinds of problems. You get a kick out of that? The idea of techs running around like chickens with their heads cut off? Yeah, that's a funny image, isn't it? But seriously, I have to say that I think it's weird that you'd spend so much time in such a busy, social place. You seem like more of a loner to me. Lots of time by yourself instead of with friends. Lots of time talking to yourself. Right? Is it the electronics you like? I saw in your file that you have developed software programs that talk to you in repeat phrases, right? The program asks you questions and prompts you for responses. It's kind of like your own self-therapy, isn't it? Another way of talking to yourself to work things out, right? When I saw some of your recent encrypted conversation logs, that's what I thought I was looking at. It felt like I was watching someone go back and forth in their own head. But the techs found something that's different than that. When I read what they found, at first, I thought I was looking at more examples of you just talking with yourself. Then I realized it was different. When I study this, it sounds like there is someone else responding to you. Who is it?
Relatability points go up a little bit there. Something else on my mind, I forgot what it was, crap. Oh yeah, I feel called out a little bit. Can't remember why. Okay, now I remember why. Relatability points. Why do you need to know this stuff about me? Why am I saying this? I don't know. But... okay, where's the referencing other games? Plural. It's been one thus far. That's the 14th CD. Where's the last one? Maybe this entire room is just counting as a reference. Because that would make it plural, yes. So yeah, basically, what do I need to say here? Oh crap, she's talking to somebody? What? What? Who? Who would do such a devious, diabolical, terrible, awful, no good, freakish, terrible thing? Okay. I don't know if there's much more I have to mention about that, because I've probably definitely forgotten what most of it's already said. Okay, on to number 15. Where's the big... okay, come on, tell me there's gonna be a big reveal at the end of this. I want big, juicy something. I want something meatier than just therapy sessions. You know? And plus, it's none of your freaking business what I'm doing, therapy lady. Why do you need to know personal conversations that I have? Do you deem me an immediate threat to society and myself? Do you? Because if you do, you have no evidence for that. Why are you snooping on everything that I'm doing? It's none of your business what I think of when there's nobody around. Sheesh. You know, maybe the only reason you're a therapist is to just get on everyone else's business. Well, moving on, I guess.
I saw some ink blot test results in your file. I like ink blot tests. You want to do one? Yes? Okay. How about this one? What do you see? What? You want to hold it? Okay. You think it's a mask? It reminds you of a mask? Like a disguise? Yeah, I can see that. You like the idea of being disguised? Disguises let you be sort of invisible, don't they? You can get away with almost anything when you're invisible, can't you? Yeah, you like that idea, huh? Well, okay, moving on. I have another report we need to talk about. Apparently, the techs were reviewing communications going in and out of this building, and they came across some interesting things. They say you were in communication with someone, or maybe something. Pretty strange. What do you think about that? Nothing? Well, the techs say it looked to them like it was an attempt to manipulate you, or maybe to lure you somewhere. There, that's better. On this side of the desk, I can see your eyes. The thing is, when I read the communications, I get something different out of them. I don't think you're being manipulated here. I think you're the one doing the manipulating. No comment? Huh? Okay. Then how about this? I have this still shot the techs pulled from the security footage that recorded you in the Pizzaplex. That's you, isn't it? I know this image is distorted, but I think it looks like you. And you're not alone here. You're talking to someone. Or something. It's hard to tell. What are those things? They almost look like rabbit ears. What? You find that amusing? Well, I guess it is.
Slightly more substantial, tad more meaty, a little bit more girth on that one. Okay, first off, this is like a 5th therapist. Dude, she's like going through therapists like it's a gas tank. Like, well, a couple miles, better, you know, start a new therapist like it's another gallon of gas. Like, bro, she's going through therapists like it's candy. Which is kind of a pun, almost. At first, she sounded a lot better. Then she creeped me out a little bit by mentioning her eyes. And then she annoyed me by tapping on that paper. And then she offended me by, I can't remember why she offended me, but she offended me a little bit. Yeah, I probably, when I go through this footage again, I'm definitely going to remember what. But, darn it. Okay, so this is the last one. Wow. Wow. Anyway, let's just contemplate nostalgia later. Listen to the last one. Is the big one. Probably. I think I might burp. Excuse me. Okay. This is the big one. There's the lore. We're gonna hear someone else talk. Is it gonna be more therapy? Is it gonna be garbled message? Who knows? Only one way for me to find out. There's multiple ways for me to find out. I could go back to the wiki, listen to the file there. I could go find it on YouTube, watch it, or I could press E and listen to it right here.
I got another message from the techs at the Pizzaplex. I'm afraid it's about you again. The techs have been struggling to fix some serious glitches with the robots. I'm not sure what exactly is wrong, except that it's making the robots more eerie than entertaining. You like that? Eerie instead of entertaining? Thanks, but it's really not that funny. Apparently, the glitch extended beyond the robots. It went system-wide. It began infecting all the machines, and when the techs traced the glitch back to its origin, it led them to you. I'm not going to pretend to understand everything I'm reading here, but what I get is that the system-wide glitch was like a cascade that was broadcasting a very dangerous message. While the techs were trying to reprogram the system to remove the glitch, the source of the glitch shifted. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not all that familiar with computer programming, so I might get this wrong, but what I understand is that the glitch stopped being a glitch and turned into an intentional set of subroutines that were aimed at creating the same thing the glitch created. Those subroutines seem to have come from you. Can you explain that? Listen, I'm on your side here. Our sessions are just between you and me. The techs can't prove what they think, so you're not in trouble. I just thought you could tell me what you're trying to do. Maybe if we could get to the bottom of that, it could help you. What do you think? Still not talking? All right. Well, then let's do this. Why don't we talk about the research I did in your past, shall we? Some therapists think they should only focus on information they get from their clients, but some therapists, like me, think it's helpful to find out about clients from other sources. Want to guess what I found out when I looked into the tragedy of your past? All that stuff about your parents? You aren't even gonna look at me? Fine. You can look at the floor all you want. But it won't change the fact that none of what you said in your file about your parents was true. The truth is, you had great parents, a great childhood. Why did you lie? Look at me. Tell me why you lied. Well, I can understand why you might feel angry about the way I just confronted you. Why don't we come back to this another day? You're shaking your head as though that's not going to happen.
Oh boy, do we have a lot to unpack there. First off, more therapy, that's lame. Secondly, I've been cheated, I've been duped, I've been lied to, I've been speckledorped. That's not even a word, and I agree with myself. Okay, TV, shut up. I've heard you enough already. What if I press this again? It's just like... Oh, I can't. Well, I guess I only get to listen to that once. Okay, so... I was cheated, I was lied to, she had good parents, and she's the questionable one with character. When it comes to character, she's the questionable one. That's what it is. That's most certainly what it is. Probably. I'm just saying that. So, shame on me for being duped. Shame on the game for making me be duped. Anyway, that's the door. So, that was a long one, though. A lot of therapy, quote unquote, happened there. Again, more just being a snoop. Why do you need to look into my past like that? Do you just automatically assume I'm lying to you? Is that what this is for some reason? Secondly, or whatever number. Crap. I want to say something about the whole, like, quote-unquote, glitch thing. Don't know why I said it like that, but okay. So... Oh yeah, something about rabbit ears? Was that the one before that? You know, maybe the rabbit ears is just my green, weird, pulsating, plushy thing. I sleep with it every night. Why do you need to care about that? Why do you care if I sleep with stuffed animals when I go to sleep? Why do you care? Anyway, yeah, that was more ink. No, that wasn't ink blot tests. Yeah, they did that again. I don't know why they did that again. But back to that one, the last one there. I wonder, for some reason, would I be able to listen to these again in the... I always think it's tab. In the menu, that'd be cool if I could. This accept button does nothing. It's just... Why is it there? It doesn't do anything. So... Source of that random glitch changed? How does that happen exactly? That's like saying a fruit that goes on a tree just changed the tree it grew on. That's the wrong direction. I don't think it works that way. Then again, I'm not all that techie myself. But then again, this is a horror game, so I shouldn't care too much about its logic. Because usually there isn't a whole lot of it. Thanks for waiting for me, by the way. I know it's been like an hour since I left you, but thanks for waiting. Anyway, I've got a lot more walking to do, and I got a lot more talking to do. Because this is probably about the last time I'm going to be seeing this stuff. I'm going to go get that last ending. So, is there anything more I can mention about that? I already forgot what most of it said anyway. I don't know. I was kind of hoping it would be a lot more like current day kind of stuff, like what happened yesterday, sort of dealio. That like would lead into what happened here. The leg maybe turned into a wall, but I guess it didn't want to do that. Which okay, cool. I can't change that, but it would have been cool if it, you know, did. I guess Night Guard Lady is the one with questionable morals. Not merely morals, but just personality. She doesn't seem to have too much of an issue with lying. Well, she has an issue with getting caught lying. That's the thing. I feel like there's more stuff I could discern, or discern's kind of too fancy a word for me to use. Where I could like get from that. I mean, feels pretty obvious, looking at these guys, that she was the reason that they're all being so weird. Speaking of which, why are they acting more eerie? How is that a thing? How do you act more eerie? I mean, I guess I could think of a couple ways to do that, like, I don't know, standing in the distance watching people do things would be kind of eerie. Not emoting in the slightest would be kind of eerie, while all this stuff happens. And just kind of, just standing at somebody, stare at them, maybe cock your head to the side a little bit, for like maybe 10 minutes, that'd be kind of eerie. Usually staring at somebody for too long would be eerie in the first place. But, I mean, yeah, there's plenty of things I could probably say about it, but like, most of it's pretty obvious stuff, I guess. Like, she made a computer program, and we all know why, you know, what was happening there. It's not that confusing. Where did you go, by the way? Oh, you're over there. I don't know. I don't know what to say. There's probably plenty more things I could say. Sure. But I can't think of it right now. Maybe I'll just put it all in text on screen if I think of anything more. That's gonna be the last time I get to do any of this stuff. Maybe I should have saved. Well, I'm probably not gonna die anyway. Okay, good. She didn't teleport in here. I was worried about that. Anyway, I'm taking it pretty slow right now. Simply because that guy's always there. Why is that guy right there? Simply because, yeah, there's doesn't seem to be that much left to do. I have all but 100% of this game. I like 98% of it. And that last 2% is just finally watching that exit ending. Which, where was that, by the way? So I think through here? Glitchy maze. You know. Yeah, somebody somewhere had to know what he looked like. Maybe it was Micro Lady that made this. That's a good answer. I mean, they call it glitchy maze, by the way. You know, someone somewhere knew. Someone somewhere knew. I'm still a little disappointed. That's fuzzy. Does he even say anything? Is this just like generic looking Firescape thing? Or like, I don't think this is an actual map with the building. It's lame. It had stairs on it. Like, what was I saying before that? I forgot. Oh, well, here's someone walking around here. It's not great, but I should be fine. I think I have to pee. Hold on, let me go pee. Okay, well, back to this. Still haven't got that cutscene yet. I didn't think I'd be able to get it, you know. I think I already said my piece and not being able to get that, yeah, but I'm still a little disappointed that I could. Anyway, we need to go over here. Anyway, I don't know if there's much more I can say about all that stuff. I mean, I want to mention a lot of pencil, a lot of line drawings on that one still. Oh well. Engraved marble looking thing. So let me just watch this last ending. It's probably a poor ending.
Gregory, you have a choice to make.
And
the door is open, and
I'll comment on that.
Can go.
And I'll give my very final thoughts.
To investigate the secrets of the Pizzaplex. I feel there is something else going on besides Fanny.
Maybe I should have saved before I did all that stuff. Might not be a bad idea. You know, let me just
lead the way, superstar.
Let me go. I'm gonna pause the recording and come back to this. So see you in a second. Or you know what? I could just start talking about it here. I know I'm gonna get interrupted with the ending and talking about that. Yeah. But hey, wait a minute. Why do they reference the AR game again? What? What? That's random. Anyway. Let's just run. My thoughts on the game. Very final thoughts on the game. Unless there's something more after this, which probably not. You know, probably not. This game happened. Really, that's all I gotta say. I mean, okay, that's not true. I can say more. But, truth be told, really, my opinion can drastically change. Not just on this game, no. The franchise as a whole, like, everything. It really isn't a micro scale, mostly just a macro scale, my opinion changes. I guess I could have worded that better as well. What I'm saying here is that I generally don't change my opinion on the individual aspects, mostly on, like, the franchise as a whole. My opinion on it changes. Ha ha! Sucker! I saved! Ha! Sucker! That's gonna be the last time I get to do that. I mean, I'm gonna get a really bad case of now what after this, I'm sure. Or maybe not. But it seems likely. I'm already getting it right now. Anyway, let's go ahead and run back, I guess. My opinion on this franchise can drastically change. So there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to give you a solid, consistent answer on anything that relates to it. Like, trust me, my opinion has changed multiple times within a single day once. And, like, multiple times for, like, multiple days. Like, I think it was one day, and actually maybe a couple days where this happened, where my opinion has gone there and back on the spectrum of, like, okay, and, like, you know, liking it, not liking it, just to use the generic terms there. Like, 2 times in one day. Yeah. You could say I'm on the fence. I am very on the fence, to say the very least. I am so on the fence, I have fence wedged up my butt. That's how on the fence I am. And sometimes I'm like, okay, you know, it's not that bad. I personally, not a huge fan of it, but like, okay, I'll admit there's probably a little bit of enjoyment there to be had. You know, it's not that bad. So like, man, why does this still exist? Like, really? Really, why is this still here? I can walk through this, right? No? Okay, that's weird. So, trust me, it definitely can change. And any answer I may give you right now runs the risk of not being true later. And chances are it more than likely will be at one point different than what it is right now. What's my opinion right now? I don't really seem to care all that much. That's my opinion. Just kind of And that's it. I mean, I've had my moments with the game. Signs behind the laughter. More water. At least it's somewhat realistically falling. Somewhat. I mean, these are like it's a lot of water falling from it if it's truly all the way back to the back portion of, well, it's just a small sheet of water. Which if it's just a small sheet of water, there's no way the water's gonna stay like a sheet like that. It turns into drips. I'm critiquing video game water now. But like, this game definitely has happened, and it's done things. But first, the ending.
Gregory, you have a
2-star ending. Okay, first off, play what I'm about to say over what you just saw. Holy crap! There we go. A lot of unpacking that ending right there. First off, apparently he hates consumerism. Our buddy over there does not like merchandise all that much. And why does he have the ability why does he have a lighter in his finger? What? Also, weird thing that I mentioned a while ago about him not being able to see her, I guess it's not true anymore, so it's there's actually consistency a little bit. He still knows she exists, which is something. Maybe not entirely accurate, I don't know. It's not like I'm him, not like I'd know. If I was him, I wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with you, now would I? And he shoved her off a cliff. There was no blood. She is not... Night Guard Lady, totally not Night Guard Lady, or Night Guard Lady, it's the big reveal, apparently does not bleed. Maybe she's a robot. I mean, if you fell from like a 4-story height, like you got shoved off of it, the person that shoved you off is going with you, chances are when you hit the ground, you're gonna bleed quite a bit. Also, you're probably not gonna stay in one piece. Or have any terribly extreme discernible features left. Yeah, chances are your face is not gonna be in perfect shape when you hit the floor. But, why did he set everything on fire? I guess he really does hate consumerism. You know? Hates capitalism, I guess. I still feel like I've seen something I haven't seen yet. But I don't know where I'd find it. I've seen something on the internet before, and I haven't seen that yet in this game. Honestly, I don't know what it is or where it is. Maybe I'm missing something. Honestly, I don't know. I'm worried if I'm missing something. Is there like a 7th ending that I haven't seen? I can think of at least 2 images I haven't seen yet. I know I've seen on the internet Night Guard Lady in her uniform looking kind of surprised, and also her cutting her hair with a knife in a mirror. Now, I haven't seen those images yet. I don't know where they're from. And also probably gonna be a thing here, so I'm gonna have to stop talking to see this. Well, there was one of them. There was her looking down, kind of surprised. And there's 2 of them? Why did that just hit me right now? Just like, oh yeah, there's 2 of them, and then it just hit me. It just hit me. Oh, okay. Okie dokie then. Okie dokie. Wow, a lot to unpack in that ending. Again, still only a 2-star ending. There's only one 3-star ending. Only one 1-star ending, I think, though. That was the normal leave through the front door and hug and everyone leaves. So there's 2 of them? There's Night Guard Lady and actually literally not Night Guard Lady? Well, that's confusing. Still haven't seen her cutting her hair with a knife. I know I have the image saved. I know I do. But I don't know did I put it in there to show you what I mean? Honestly, I don't know. Wonder where that would be. Cause it seems like it'd be up there in the room where she sleeps. Or one of them sleep or something. I think for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna refer to them both as the same person for right now. Maybe there's just simply 2 people with the same name. And they look alike. And sound alike. Or maybe that ending is just not canon. You really may never know. Oh boy. Well, I didn't really get the opportunity to talk about the game like the way I wanted to, right there, because too busy talking about the ending. Guess they didn't turn them all into CG cutscenes, just that one. After we burned the place down. The first sign. You know, okay, third time's the charm. Burn him. You'll probably die for the third time once you burn him. Trust me, bro. Third time's the charm. What am I gonna do right now? Should I just sit on the menu? Talk. Was it? Someone's like a deal. Let's just. Let's look at the. Let's look at the this for here for a second. Well, let's just watch the credits again for no reason. And it's a new font. Brand new font and no new music. And it's much less colorful. I don't need to watch this for a 7th time, but I can. Okay. Okay, oh dear. What am I gonna say about this game? What is my... I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. I really feel like I am. And this is certainly a very long video. I've had worse, but this video is a bit too long for my liking, honestly. I'm sorry about that, but I'm probably just gonna keep it the same way as... I'm probably not gonna, you know, cut it off in 2 separate videos. But... oh dear. What do I say? Honestly, I've thought about this. You know, I've thought about what I can say once I've gotten to this time, and here I am. What actually do I say? This may sound kind of weird, but I think I've gone through some IRL character development. Like, actually, literally, for real, from playing this game. I know. I am the last person to expect this. Out of every person on the planet, if you told me that I'd play this game, you know, first off, I probably wouldn't believe you, depending on when this was. And then you told me that I'd maybe change. I can talk about that in a second. From playing this, I probably wouldn't believe you. Okay, I might believe you. I mean, saying that, hey, you're gonna change is very non-specific, really. But, is that it? Oh, there it is. Honestly, I think playing this game has changed me a bit for the better. Then I probably need to back out of this. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm doing even less than wandering around. You know what? Actually, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's see if I can like go back. I can't go back to the room. Okay, yes I can actually in that ending. Weird, but yeah. I don't know. How would I see that last image? I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. It looked kind of funky right there. I think, and I've explained already that this franchise in general has put me through a lot. You know, in a way it was a perfect storm. Me being very afraid of animatronics, and hey look, horror game, horror franchise about animatronics. Really, it's pretty golden. But I think, and also I rightfully, maybe somewhat rightfully, developed in a very not good opinion on the franchise. I kind of hated it for a while there for several years. 2020, I kind of warmed up to it, but then 2021 was weird. I don't know what happened there. And I feel like, okay, I'm going down the road of eventual tolerance. You know, eventually one day I'm going to wake up and say, hey, I don't care all that much, and chances are it's never going to change ever again. You know, I'm just going to continue to
you have a
care.
choice to make.
I'm just going to click this because why not?
We saw her hideout, right? In
I guess
Fazzer
we can watch that cutscene again.
Maybe we could catch her there.
I'll skip it.
If she thinks I
Actually, I won't
escaped,
skip
maybe
it.
we can surprise her.
Yes.
Gives me more time to talk.
Let us end this.
But I think playing this game kind of made me go down that road a bit faster. Now, I haven't much. Hey, totally, actually, maybe not actually Night Guard Lady. That's confusing. I think we're gonna figure it out, though, so why bother thinking? At least I'm not. You may, but I'm not. What's you tell me? And that's a weird sounding scream. I don't know who's making that. Probably him. Probably not the staff boss, but whatever. So let's just not go in there for a second. Where is she? Huh? Oh, there she is. Do we really get to... Come on, where are you? Gonna shoot you with the gun? Anyway, I feel like, again, this game has made me... Where are you going? I don't know. I feel like this game has kind of made me warm up to this a little bit. Now, again, I haven't had much, really much... It's going away. Is it going away? I think it's going away, actually. She's leaving. I feel like I haven't really got much to really gauge my quote-unquote tolerance to this existing very well. But I think I felt like my biggest test for the foreseeable future was two things. One, the movie, which I'm not too excited about that one. But another thing is the DLC. And the DLC, honestly, I cared very, very little about that. Honestly. And I feel like with that in mind, I can say that I have warmed up to the existence of all of this stuff. I'm not, maybe not everything, but I feel like I can look at just this. I can look at this and say, it exists. Okay, maybe I'm not happy about that right now, at this very specific point in time. Maybe I'm not happy about that right now. Again, this is my opinion changing on you, really. It's that bad. But, maybe it's just not that bad. Maybe I can say I like it. You know, maybe not this specific point in time right now. I can't say I hate it, but I'm not even a huge fan of it at this specific point in time, yeah. But,
Where are you?
okay, now I'm seeing what I'm supposed to be doing. Tools box to 141 under Jimmy. Guess I'm just gonna leave. I could go down there, but I'm probably gonna die if I do. Let's go back out there and switch for right now. Where there's not much else for me to do, honestly. I feel like, you know, maybe if something were to happen, like, hey, here's the next game of the franchise, I feel like right now, again, at this point in time, specific point in time, I feel like I wouldn't care all that much. I feel like I wouldn't go fretting all over something that I have no control over still. I feel like I wouldn't do that. Then again, I said that before, back in 2020, I think. But the DLC, I think, is a good example of this. You know, I told you how I got trolled, and I cared for like 3 hours. This time, I barely cared for like maybe 10 minutes. Don't quote me on that, though. I feel like, in the grand scheme of things, for something that's only very niche, because this is not a humongous part of my life. It can feel like it sometimes. It can honestly feel like this is a huge part of my life. Not huge, but like a big player, and it affects me. But most of the time, honestly, it doesn't. Most of the time, without this, it's just like everything that's happened to me is just a footnote in my life. You know, like, hey, this happened. It was pretty garbage, but hey, it happened, and cool, whatever. This game, I think this game's helped me kind of get over whatever weird aversion I may have to this. I know it sounds almost kind of dumb and stupid and crazy, but it kind of feels like that. I wonder, is anyone up there? Can I see anyone up there in the catwalks? I should get out my flashlight. Well, not yet anyways. And think I might just leave this game a better person for it. Again, it's not a huge change, really, but it's a change nonetheless. I don't know if this is going to sustain. The future, again, I don't know what the future has in store for me. But it looks almost kind of bright. And I'm probably going to regret saying that. Something is in relation to this stuff. It seems like it might not end terribly. I feel like this game has changed me for the better. Again, it's really niche. It's not going to affect me in my day-to-day life, yeah. But like this very specific instance, which it will more than likely affect me again, I feel like it's just not going to be that bad. I feel like this game has, again, accelerated me down that road of tolerance faster than I would have been otherwise. The DLC wasn't that bad. That was the most prevalent thing, the announcement for that. And I know I'm dating this super hard. I know I already did. I mentioned the movie, but I feel like the next big thing will be the movie. You know, when that gets like truly announced, I'm gonna have to wait and see how that goes. It could go terribly. It could go okay. I don't know. Initial guesses, terribly, or just not good. Although I feel in this moment, it could go okay. I talked for like 10 minutes. I'm sorry. But I just want to get this out. It is kind of important to me a little bit. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I might be forgetting something. I just really want to make sure I'm not. Really want to make sure I'm not forgetting something. Let's go back down here. Maybe we can get a jump scare to end off the video. I never got jump scared by Night Guard Lady. Pretty sure she can. But I never did. Weird. Guess I'm too much of a gamer for that. Anyway. Okay, so you're just like camping out here. You never will go anywhere. You're just camping out here. Pow, 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 pow. So you're immune to the laser. Neato. This puts me right back to the beginning of that, right? Whatever. I really hope there's nothing else for me to say. I feel like I've said everything I wanted to say, but I really... Oh, it puts me back here, okay. Man, am I missing something? Maybe I should look it up. Maybe I should look this up. Maybe I should just do that. Look up the endings. Make sure I'm not missing any endings. You know what? That sounds like a fantastic idea. See ya in a second. You know how this stuff works. Got the game running in the background. Okay, so I'm gonna need to type in blah blah blah. Endings. What is this gonna show me? That. Got a lot of YouTube videos. Okay, it's got 6. 6, changes related to 1 to 3 stars, and is considered the kind of ending, though it's not 3 stars. I think other than the bad ending will require extra conditions beyond leaving that place. Maybe you can help me a little bit here, outside of gaming. 6, are you gonna, like, tell me? So, that. Got that one. That's the good ending. It is a good ending. Unmasked ending. Apparently these things have names. Disassembled ending. Oh, that one. That's, you could call it that. Canon. That's the canon ending? And the savior ending. It's in 3D. They discovered the third dimension. The 3D revolution is upon us. And discovered in 2019. You know, the 3D revolution is huge. So there's 6 endings, not 5. There is, in fact, 6. Well, guess I'll just back out of that. And close that. I'm gonna go back in the game to keep talking, alright? So, see you there. Anyway, I have a timer running that entire time of me, renaming all the file names to stuff that it needs to look like, so... My timer basically almost says 1 hour and 40 minutes right now. And in fact, like 8 seconds short, so I'm running it right now. And, hour and 40 minutes, hooray! I'll just stop that because it's not going to matter that much right now. Man, how do I end this off? Again, I've done this for a long time. You know, what do I say? What do I do? How do I return to normalcy? Well, maybe there's one thing I can say before I truly end this off. I think I've said my piece. I think I've reiterated myself enough. I think this game's changed me for a better way, in a way that's not terribly important, but it kind of is anyway. You. I want to talk about you for a second here. I don't hate you, actually.
Just need a...
In reality, I don't hate you. It's exaggerated for comedic effect. Now, admittedly, out of all the characters in this game, I dislike her I dislike her the most. But my hatred of her is purely, not purely, but like 90% comedic effect. Maybe like 95%. I don't know. Somewhere in that area. So, I've said my piece. At least as much piece as I could possibly think of for me to say. What would be a good place to end this? What would be a good place to stand? You know? Let's just stand over here, I guess. Or maybe down there. I don't know. It doesn't really matter where I stand. It's just a longing, not longing gaze, but just a gaze at what happened in the past. I'm being too nostalgic for a game I didn't really want to play in the first place. Kind of. Again, long story. That I already kind of covered. Anyway. I guess I'll start my timer again. Thanks for watching. It certainly has been a scream. Bad pun is not that good and is kind of genuinely bad. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for taking this ride with me.
Beautiful.
I still haven't seen one thing, but now it's just a mystery for the ages, I suppose. Goodbye. That's all I gotta say. I know exactly how I want to end this off. I know exactly how I want to end this off, but I need to work myself up to do it, doggone it. Truly, I can get the best ending. I think I am getting the best ending imaginable. Okay, maybe I could be better. I could rectify issues I had in the past. True, but I think I'm getting a good ending. I need to psych myself up for this. This is lame. Lame doing that. Can't see it, but I'm bouncing around right now. Whew, whew. Psych myself up for saying thanks for watching. Well, thanks for watching me play Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. It certainly has been a scream. It certainly has been a blast. I should have just ended it after me saying the name.
I'm not a loser.
So, stopping my timer. Goodbye. Good luck. Again, let me say it again. For a good effect, thanks for watching me play Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Goodbye.